Hi, I'm Pierce Jens with Baratza Support. Today I'm going to show you how to install the hopper on each of our different models. We're going to start with the Conical Burr grinder, the Encore, in this example. To remove your hopper, rotate it counterclockwise until it stops. This is going to be just past the 40 setting. Once the hopper stops, you will be able to lift it out to remove it. If you have an issue reinstalling your hopper, it may be due to the black adjustment ring being slightly out of position. This can happen if you bump it during cleaning. This is your black adjustment ring. You can hear it click as it is rotated. This must be fully counterclockwise for the hopper and burr to install or remove. When fully counterclockwise, the two rectangular blocks on the adjustment ring will be at the front and back, and there will be a rectangular cutout in the black adjustment ring at the 5 o'clock position. With the black adjustment ring rotated fully counterclockwise, we can install our burr, taking care to line the red dot up at the 5 o'clock position with that rectangular cutout. Slip your gasket on top of the ring burr. The gasket has two notches cut out of it. These notches fit over the tabs on the top of the upper burr, one of which is red. With the burr and gasket in place, we can reinstall the hopper. The hopper has two tabs on it, one of which is long and narrow. The other is short and wide. The long and narrow tab goes on the same side of the grinder as the knob. Once you have the hopper seated down into position, rotate it one or more clicks to lock it into position. To remove the hopper from your Vario or Vario W grinder, rotate it counterclockwise and then lift it off. To install the hopper on your Vario or Vario W, you want to make sure that the lid is installed onto the hopper. Without the lid, you may deflect the hopper while trying to install it, which only makes it more difficult to install. If you look at the base of the hopper, on one side it has a long, narrow tab. On the other side it has a shorter, wider tab. The long, narrow tab goes towards the rear. Go ahead and set your hopper into position. Grasp it with two hands and rotate it clockwise to lock it into place. When the hopper is fully locked into place, the long, narrow tab will line up with the notch cut out of the silver casing of the Vario or Vario W. When the hopper is fully installed, that long, narrow tab engages a safety switch inside the machine that must be engaged for the motor to get power. If your hopper is not fully locked in, the display will light up and the grinder will appear to work, but it will not power on the motor. Take care to install the hopper all the way clockwise to ensure that your motor will power on. To remove the hopper on your Forte, rotate it counterclockwise and then lift it off. The Forte comes equipped with a shut-off hopper. If you have beans in the hopper, take care to have it rotated to the closed position so that you don't spill any beans when removing the hopper. To install the hopper, we must take a look at the bottom. There is one long, narrow tab and one short, wider tab. The long, narrow tab is on the same side as the on-off valve and must be faced towards the rear of the unit. Also, when installing the hopper, we want to have the lid in position. Without the lid in position, the hopper can deflect and make it more difficult to install. Grasp the hopper and lid with both hands and rotate it clockwise to lock it into position. When locked into position, The shutoff valve will line up with the screw on the rear of the casing. If your hopper is not fully rotated clockwise, the switch inside the unit will not be engaged, and although the faceplate will light up and the unit will appear to be functioning, the motor will not get power. It must be rotated all the way clockwise for the motor to get power.